My laptop is lag. Okay, noted Google. Thank you very much. So okay, I can see there is another group for our online class. Okay, currently we already have two groups. We have two WhatsApp groups for tonight class for P3 group online class. Kita ada dua kumpulan kita ada dua group. As you know that sebelum ni kita hanya ada satu. So right now we already having two groups. So I assume that some of you are partially from the first group and some of you from the second group. So basically the document, all the materials, semua bahan-bahan telah pun dimuat naik, already uploaded into the groups. For your information, for your reference, untuk rujukan awak, bahan-bahan ini adalah bahan-bahan yang sama, the same materials. Okay, we use and I've shown you before in our previous class. Saya dah tunjuk benda ni pada kelas kita sebelum ni. Before we off for about 1 week before the Hari Raya off holiday. Okay, off week, week off. Minggu lepas kita off class. So the previous week, okay, the Khamis yang sebelumnya, okay, about today's 29, 22, minus 7 and about 14 or 15. Okay, 15 of July, ketika 15 Julai yang lepas, okay, we have one session regarding short communicative message, SCM. Okay, wait for a while. I'm preparing the document, the materials, bahan-bahan yang berkaitan. Okay, meanwhile, okay, sementara itu for those students, okay, your regular routine, okay, for every class that you involving in our online PDPR class for every night, macam biasalah, kita punya routine, you have to record your your attendance. Okay, kamu kena masukkan detail kehadiran kamu. Please put down your full name, your phone number, and your institute or your name school. Okay, the name of your school's name, your institute's name. Tolong letak nama sekolah dan juga institusi kamu. Where are you from? Which school or which what is your centers or your education institute name? Tolong letak So I'm going to
Cikgu mute. Teacher, my teacher mute.
My mic is off. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you. Okay everyone. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good day to all of you. I hope you guys are very in a good condition. Okay, stay healthy, stay safe. Okay, please stay at home. Okay, for your information, me, my family and I are having quarantine period right now. Okay, and tomorrow will be our last and our final day. Okay, our 10th day, hari ke-10. Kami baru my family are having contact with a positive person who just recognized as a positive person. So luckily we having already swab test. We just got the negative result. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, keputusan negatif. So everyone, I need all of you, please stay safe. The virus is everywhere. Okay, let me remind all of you, we take care of ourselves. So be careful. Okay, please follow the SOP tightly. Okay, let's start the class. The document that are showing to you, right? Okay, this is the one. Okay, wait, I'll zoom the document later. So yeah, okay, we almost 30 something students here. Okay, for those students who just enter and join the class, please continue to record your attendance as usual. Okay, the routine. So for your information, the document already uploaded to the groups, to the WhatsApp group. Please refer those documents in the group. So some of the document already presented and shown to you during our previous class. So maybe some of you already still remember, or some of you might not be. Okay, so siapa yang tak ingat, it's okay. Actually, we are already at paper 2. Kita sekarang berada dalam kertas 2. Kita baru saja masuk kertas 2 bahasa Inggeris. English paper 2 for paper 3. Okay, and one more thing, students. Yes.
Cikgu, gambar tu tak jelas.
Yes. Gambar tak jelas. Okay, saya akan zoom out lagi. Saya akan zoom in lagi. Thank you for remind me. Thank you for telling me. Saya akan zoom in ketika kita discussion nanti. Okay, thank you students for highlight that thing. Okay, everyone. For some of you, if you met before previously, if you met some exercise, because when I'm googling some books, the old format. Okay, saya boleh tengok old format. The first format is during 2019. Maybe some of you got the materials or exercise, or maybe from your seniors book or your families or siblings or any exercise. Okay, especially for this subject English. Okay, if you got the exercise or the set of the question or any model paper, okay, please be careful. Actually, you may do the question, but to be assured that you are doing on the same track, you are doing the same types of question based on the current format, to pastikan awak buat benda yang sama. Okay, mengikut format terkini. Okay, our latest format. Okay, if you are doing the exercise that using only one paper, okay, for your information, the old format, mereka menggabungkan semua soalan, digabungkan di bawah satu kertas saja, only one paper. There is no first paper, there is no second paper. Okay, itu format lama. Only one paper, 2 hours, everything inside a set. Semua soalan di bawah dalam satu set. So please make sure that you are aware about that. Kamu kenal pasti, kamu tahu benda tu. Okay, so sebab tu saya kena terangkan dulu, kamu kena faham. So right now kita baru saja masuk kertas 2. We are only start for our paper 2 first question. Okay, Okay, understand? Okay. So, so paper 2 will be consisting 2 section. First section is this is section A. Okay, SCM short communicative message. And section 2 and section B, the second section will be AC question. And the marks are equally divided 20 marks each of the question. 20 markah setiap soalan dibahagi sama rata. So section A untuk SCM ini short communicative message ini untuk 20 markah. So also for AC 20 markah. Okay, 20 marks as well. Okay, clear? Okay, I just remind about our current situation. Okay, anak Cik Mi raise hand. Okay. Okay. Okay guys, during our last class, okay, I've shown you several types, okay, several examples, okay, about the question related to this first section, SCM, short communication message. So later on, okay, I'll show you the examples, okay, but I will not explain it one by one like last time because I have done so. Okay, I've done it last time, so I don't want to waste the time. So we're just having, we're going to have only review for about some of the examples that may be come out for this section. So right now we are going to discuss a bit detail about this document that you are seeing right now. Okay, I'm going to make it clearer. So okay, I can see the presentation is available, okay, quite readable, okay, boleh dibaca ya. Saya harap kamu semua boleh nampak, okay. So, okay everyone. So in this page, okay, you can see tips and techniques, number 1 until number 6. Okay, first study the stimulus carefully. Okay, stimulus means the question lah. Okay, the question. Take note of what the text or stimulus about. Okay, kamu kena bagi perhatian lah pasal apa kan. Okay, we done that. Okay, during our last class kita tengok apa soalan tu tentang apa, soalan tu pasal apa, macam mana bentuk soalan, what's the question asked. Okay, that's we are going through the process actually. So you have to study the information given. Yes, we did that before. So then read the question carefully. Yes, we did that. So fulfill all the requirement of the question. So this one, so we're going to see later on what is that meaning. So don't exceed the word limit. Lebih as it will affect other question. Okay, dia akan menjejaskan soalan lain. It means that since paper 2 consisting only 2 question, so you have to manage your time precisely. Kamu kena plan masa betul-betul tau. Okay, you see this is the model question. Contoh soalan dan jawapan dia. This is the one of the model question. You see part 1 and the second part is part 2, which is the AC that I just told you, another 20 marks. So this is the part 1. Sorry. Okay. And there is suggestion there, guys, students. Okay, please be alert. There is a suggestion about your time allocation. So 25 minutes. Sekarang ni korang kena berlatih. Students, you have to practice how to write within 25 minutes. Okay, but it's not our main focus. Actually, how we present our answer is our main focus. Later on, we must after you quite manage to write your answer in better form, kamu dah boleh jawab dalam keadaan yang lebih teratur, you are more confident how to start and ending your answer, then that okay, during that time maybe it's time for you to be careful about your time management. Masa tu barulah kita kena hati-hati. So don't bother much about the time. Okay, but for me yes, anything? Okay, nothing. I forgot to raise my okay. Okay, continue. Okay. Students, since yes, I know some students, maybe some of the students out there, or maybe among us, quite macam dia ada rasa macam cikgu, bahagian ni bahayalah sebab kami nak lebih fokus kepada essay. So kalau if students are too absorbed in this question, macam terlalu seronok sangat dekat bahagian ni sampai dia buat lebih daripada 25 minutes. If students do more than 25 minutes, what will be happen to the second part essay? So for me, during ketika format lama, during all format, yes, it will be so dangerous if you fail to manage your time. Sangat bahaya tau kalau kamu gagal kamu buat terlalu lama kat bahagian ni. Okay, selain daripada menjejaskan masa untuk buat essay, other than that, so for sure your mark will be affected as well. Confirm kamu punya markah akan terjejas. Okay, but okay, this is not the negative influence. Saya bukan nak bagi pengaruh negatif. Tapi kalau kamu terbuatlah, okay, for let's say kamu terbuat bahagian part 1 ni terlebih masa. So jangan panik. Sebab kalau kamu buat, if you do your essay in a very short time and very limited, you are very rush. But okay, please be calm. Actually, you are not damaging your marks. You're not affecting your marks too much because they already separate and distribute and allocate the marks equally. Jadi jangan takut sangat. Okay, jangan terlalu panik sampai habislah I punya essay I buat saja sebab I tadi tak sempat. So don't be too negative. Saya nak beritahu benda ni sebab kadang-kadang kita tak tahu tau dalam exam apa yang berlaku kat diri kita tau. So jangan panik students, jangan panik. So sebab tu some of the teachers suggested students, kalau for those students already master for section 1 for part 1, so the teacher advised to do the part 2 first. Ada teacher yang cadangkan buat part 2 dulu. Sebab kalau for part 1 ni, kalau you buat dalam rushing pun you still can manage your answer compared to part 2. Okay, buat dalam keadaan rushing, essay dan juga short communication is different. Bagi saya, rushing in essay is quite bad. So be careful So that's why the tips here remind you, don't exceed the word limit as it will affect other question. Bila kamu tulis terlalu panjang, sebenarnya kamu drag the time. So be careful. Especially for those students who can write well. Lagi student yang ada banyak vocab, yang very, dia boleh menerangkan dengan imperfect condition so plan your answer. That's why we going to see our guideline that later. Kita akan tengok ada guideline tau. Okay. Sebenarnya actually I already uploaded as well that guidelines. Okay. Those guidelines already in the groups. Okay. Okay guys, read the message from friend Abu. Hi. So you get a message from your friend, his name Abu. So we have the names. Okay, we got name here Abu. Okay. Hi. My teacher wants me to join the district English day. Okay, my teacher wants me to join the district English day. Okay. Choral speaking. Okay. District English day. Okay. Comma. Choral speaking. Comma. Public speaking. Comma. Spelling bee or poem recital. Which competition should I join? Guys, how many options we do have here? First, district English day. Second, choral speaking. Third, public speaking. Fourth, spelling bee. And the fifth one is poem recital. Kita ada 5 optional answer. Kita sebenarnya ada 5 pilihan jawapan that we may explain. Okay. Ada student tanya saya once, there's a student ask me, I'm quite intrigued with this question. Saya tertanya, I never ever sparkling in my thought that this will be apa kita boleh jadi satu keraguan, boleh satu argument. Sebab apa dia tanya, cikgu boleh tak pilih 2?
Boleh tak pilih 2 atau pilih 3? For example, there are 5 options. Can you choose 2 or 3? Okay. Okay, sis, okay. Ada tak kat sini guideline dia? Okay, tak ada. Okay, there is no guideline here. There is no advice here. Okay. Okay, generally do not take that risk. Bagi saya, okay, my opinion, jangan ambil risiko tersebut. Okay, okay. Pilih satu pun dah macam-macam boleh cakap. Okay. Okay. Melainkan unless if you choose to, you know how to explain. Kamu tahu macam mana nak explain dulu tersebut, and you can manage your time well. Itu lain. Okay, then I don't think any teachers out there will suggested that kind of technique. Okay, saya tak rasa. So just continue as usual. Follow your teachers' advice, your training, your experience. Just pick one only. Okay, here satu sahaja. Okay, so here I really need your advice, Abu. So Abu is seeking our advice as his friend. Sebagai kawan Abu, dia minta nasihat kita. So jom kita tengok. Let's see the answer. Okay, guys. Before that, I can see from Nisa. Okay, just put your name here. Okay. So how many lines then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tak banyak pun. So I can see about around 8 to 10 lines only. So tak perlu tulis macam-macam, guys. Okay. Before that, I can see here, write a brief introduction. You may include words from the stimulus. Okay, students, everyone, this is a very important skills because it's already stated here. Dan nampak kat sini dia cakap apa tahu? Kamu dibenarkan memasukkan perkataan daripada bahan. So jangan risau. Maybe some students afraid that they want to use their own word. They don't want to use the sentence from this message, from the question. I think it's okay, because it's already stated here. You may, kamu dibenarkan. So it is not a big problem if you use some of the sentence and put and copy down and paste here. Tak ada masalah pun. Okay. So you may include words from the stimulus. Okay. Then I can see. This is the first line. The second line, respond to the question as clear as possible. Wow. Okay, every student. Okay, everyone, listen. Okay, I hope. Okay, I'll try to zoom in. Okay, more. Okay, you see, write a brief introduction. You may include words from the stimulus. So maksudnya introduction ni kamu boleh ambil daripada, you may copy down or you may take partially the sentence from the question. Kamu boleh ambil sebahagian ayat dalam soalan. So this is a very good tips tau. So korang jangan takut nak mula jawapan. Okay, jangan takut nak mula kamu punya jawapan. Tak kisah email ke, note ke, message ke, postcard ke. Okay, because these tips already here. So korang boleh gunakan tips ni. You may use and apply in your answer. Okay? Okay, everyone. Okay, I hope all the students here are listening and focusing. Right now, I try to see the in-call message in case I miss something. Okay, there is nothing here. Okay. Okay, sometimes I'm too focusing on the teaching. In fact, sometimes I'm not really aware that the class is disconnected because of the line tak clear kan, tiba terputus. Saya cakap sorang-sorang rupanya. So I need to keep check the status. Okay. 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 So kita nak mana sini. Okay guys, so kita akan tengok dari kejap lagi jawapan je. We will see, we will go through each line, okay, line by line, okay, thoroughly. So so we will see the suggestion answer here. This is the suggestion step. Ini adalah salah satu cadangan langkah how to conduct and set up your answer. Macam mana nak mulakan, macam nak sambung seterusnya, macam mana nak kembangkan lagi. Okay, nampak tak dia bagi tips macam ni. Saya suka macam ni. Okay, kalau boleh, kalau korang boleh screenshot benda ni, save lah mana-mana ke, print ke, letak lah kat bilik ke, okay, you paste anywhere so you know. So for paper 2 part 1, this is one of the step. Okay, so continue. So for second line here, okay, for second line. Okay, hopefully you guys are following me. So respond to the question as clear as possible. Okay, honestly bagi saya ini adalah salah satu tips yang mungkin saya terlepas nak cakap kat student saya sebelum ni. Maybe this is one of the tips that I should be aware and more highlight to my students. Okay, after this. Okay, students, you have to respond to the question as clear as possible. Maksudnya, kamu kena memberi maklum balas. Kamu kena menjawab soalan tu sejelas yang mungkin. Okay, maksudnya apa maksud kamu kena menjawab soalan sejelas yang mungkin, as clear as possible? Means that, what is the question? Which competition should I join? So I really need your advice. This is the question. Okay, bila tips ni kata question, so look at the question mark. Jangan tengok yang atas-atas ni. Okay, don't bother about this. Soalan tanya, pertandingan yang manakah patut saya sertai? So itu adalah soalan dia. So kamu kena bagi respon yang jelas berdasarkan soalan. So kena jawablah soalan tu. Okay, so kena jawablah soalan. You have to provide the answer lah for that question. So you write a very clear answer for this question. So if this question is about which competition, so put the competition that you advise him, that you think that is better for him. Tulis betul-betul. Okay, let's see the second line. I think you should go for public speaking competition. Full stop. As simple as that. Saya rasa student yang tak pandai buat English pun boleh buat ni. Copy and paste everyone. Okay, and kalau kamu tengok, dia terus pergi direct the answer for second sentence. So after this, maybe in future, you know what to write for second sentence. Kamu dah tahu dah ayat kedua nak tulis apa. Macam ni. Okay? Yeah. Okay, continue. So the third and fourth, or maybe the fifth sentence, I'm not really sure. So the answer expanding, okay, dapat ini dijelaskan, okay, diberi lebih detail, perincian penerangan, okay, the more detail explaining here. So what are the tips saying about that? Relate past experience that is relevant to the task. Wow, another tips. Salah satu cara macam mana nak explain pilihan kamu. Okay, kamu bagi nasihat kat dia, pilih yang ni. So, mesti you have your reason. Kamu ada jawapan kamu. You have your kita panggil apa, alasan kan. Reason lah kan. Kamu ada sebab kenapa cadangan kamu bagi cadangan tu. So, for this question, for this speech, okay, the writer, orang yang buat soalan ini, penulis buku ni memberi kita satu tips tau. Apa dia? Salah satu cara untuk menyokong kamu punya pilihan, to explain further in detail, nak terang lebih terperinci, apa dia kata? Relate, kaitkan past experience, pengalaman lepas. Wow, bagi saya ini adalah salah satu tips yang korang boleh pegang tau. You may use this as long as you want. Sampai bila-bila keluarlah soalan apa pun, korang boleh gunakan kaedah macam ni. I think this is a very good exposure to you, ya. Satu pendedahan yang menarik untuk Form 3. Okay, sebenarnya benda ni patut diberi kepada Form 1 lagi sebenarnya. Okay, so at least you Form 1 and Form 2 student quite mereka dah ada pengalaman macam mana nak buat bentuk jawapan macam ni. They know how to construct the explanation. Okay, so past experience, okay, tapi yang paling penting mesti relevant. Yang logik, yang sesuai, rational. Okay, past experience that is relevant to the task. Apa maksud task ni? Task ni maksudnya tengoklah apa yang kita cadangkan tu, itulah masuk task tu. Kita cadang kat sini apa dia kata. So the second line, I think you should go for public speaking. So this is the task, tugasan dia. Task ni maksud tugasan, tapi kat sini can be our option, pilihan kita. So this is our advice, kita punya nasihat, pilihan kita yang kita cadangkan, our suggestion. So kat sini kamu boleh kata that is relevant to the suggestion, boleh juga. Okay, kamu kena bagi satu past experience, pengalaman-pengalaman yang dah berlaku pada waktu lepas yang logik dengan cadangan kamu tu. Yang paling penting mesti ada kaitan dengan dia, bukan kaitan dengan kita je. So, bukan kita yang nak buat suggestion tu. Yang akan buat suggestion tugasan tu dia. Okay, that person, your friend, orang yang tanya kamu tu, kamu kena terangkan berkaitan dengan dia. Jangan shock sendiri, don't mislead. Don't mislead your answer. Don't mislead your suggestion. Jangan salah bagi shock sendiri. You are so confident to explain and write your answer. Suddenly you are not talking about you. You are talking about you, not the other one. Jangan jangan salah faham. We are trying to help him, not talking about you. So sebab tu dia kata relevant to the task. Okay? Clear? Okay, jelas. So I think we can see that line. Okay, the line 4, the line 5. Wow, okay. So, okay. Then lastly, okay, the last tip, insert a brief hope from your point of view in the reply. Okay. Untuk makluman pelajar, siapa yang tak faham masuk brief dah ringkas. Ni kan dekat you can see at the first tip, brief introduction. Brief ni ringkas, simple. So brief ni okay, ringkas. Kalau kamu dengar briefing tu, briefing taklimat kan, ia juga masuk taklimat ringkas, briefing, short briefing, taklimat ringkas. Okay, kita masuk brief okay. So brief introduction. So introduction, brief, okay. Taklimat ringkas dan juga you punya ending pun ringkas. So ending tu dia suggest what? Hope, harapan. I think from our experience, berdasarkan pengalaman students, since UPSR level lagi, biasanya at end of our essay, anything lah, our writing kan, biasanya di hujung we are talking about hope. Biasanya. Okay, kita akan berkata tentang harapan, even in subject BM ke apa, I'm not really sure. Okay, but usually about hope. Okay, itu my experience lah, sebab saya banyak mengajar. Okay, I'm teaching the BM, SPM level. Okay, then ada rumusan. Okay, rumusan, ringkasan. This type of ending is common. Memang biasanya ending kita letak hope, harapan. So insert a brief hope. Masukkan harapan ringkas daripada pandangan kamu. So maksudnya kamu beri cadangan lah. Cadangan, sorry jangan salah faham. Bukan cadangan, kamu meletakkan harapan, membuat ayat harapan, you create a sentence of hope, but from your point of view. Maksudnya dari sudut kamu lah. Kamu rasa, pada pendapat kamu, apa yang kamu harapkan pada dia. Apa yang kamu nak doakan, what you want to wish. Harapan hope ni boleh jadi kamu doakan, you wish, kamu cakap something yang very good, kamu harap dia buat dengan baik ke, okay, kamu support moral dia ke, so macam tu. So dia kata brief juga, so I can see okay, only about not even 2 line, tak sampai 2 line penuh pun kat sini. I know you are not a bit, okay, tak apa. Okay, jom. Let's class, kita tengok betul-betul. Okay, maybe this question is not really impact with some of students here, sebab yelah, saya tahu bukan student kat sini semua yang power English. So maybe some of you yang apa benda ni soalan ni. Okay, students, kita kena pegang core tau. Kita kena pegang core soalan ini ataupun teknik untuk SCM ni. Short communicative message. Okay, SCM Okay, tak kira lah keluar apa pun stimulus soalan kat sini, okay, whatever it is, Okay, sebab macam soalan ni kan, maybe some of student apa benda spelling B, apa B lebah ke B ni. Okay, relax bro, relax. Okay, maybe okay, I'm talking about a various what of students capability. Okay, tak semua student yang pandai English. Okay, so here, kalau ada antara kamu yang tak faham sangat apa benda District English Day ni, tiba-tiba ada choral speaking, public speaking, saya tak pernah tahu pun benda-benda ni, cikgu macam mana ni cikgu kan. Aduh, kan poem, ada poem, uish, sajak BM pantun syair pun tak lepas ini English poem. Sudah, relax. Bukan kamu kena buat benda ni. Okay, it's okay. Kamu tak perlu masukkan diri kamu betul-betul dalam situasi ni. You don't have to really impact with the context of the question. Kamu tak perlu betul-betul faham pun background cerita ni. Okay, maksudnya choral speaking apa ke. So you just give a surface suggestion. Kamu hanya bagi cadangan yang pada peringkat kasar. Kamu just pick one, pilih satu je dan bagi saja apa alasan yang logik pada pendapat kamu. Okay, so okay, maybe kat sini we have 5. At least pilihlah satu yang kamu faham. Okay, I think maybe student not really understand, ataupun kadang-kadang student faham tapi tak tahu nak sembang apa. Sebab tak pernah terlibat pun dengan poem recital ni. Apa benda lah membuat poem recital, tak faham recital, tapi mungkin dia masuk pertandingan baca sajak kot. Mungkin spelling bee, spelling ejaan, mungkin pertandingan ejaan. Okay, public speaking, bercakap. Okay, choral speaking. Okay, saya rasa antara banyak-banyak ni maybe a very popular term among students adalah choral speaking. Saya rasa for me lah. Okay, how many? Choral speaking, public speaking, spelling bee, poem recital. Okay, there are 4. Okay, sekejap. Okay, I think District English Day ni is not a comma. This is a full stop. Memandangkan soalan ni agak a bit blurry. Okay, guys, this is the original document I got from Google. Ini bukannya soalan yang saya photostate ke. This is not a question that I'm scanning kat machine ke. This is the original document from the Google. So unluckily, the quality is like this. Okay, I am really sorry. Okay, sebab I'm not really sure the kita panggil tanda kat sini kan. Okay, my teacher wants me to join the District English Day. Kalau ikut logik sentence ini, di sini should be full stop, tanda noktah. Cikgu saya hendak saya menyertai hari District English Day ni macam hari bahasa Inggeris peringkat daerah lah. District ni peringkat daerah. Okay, ada zone, ada district, ada local. Okay, dia tak macam DM punya terms tau. English ni macam pelik sikit. So korang jangan direct translation pula. Okay, District English Day. Okay, so macam hari terbuka bahasa Inggeris lah. Hari sambutan bahasa Inggeris peringkat daerah. So dia terus, okay, after this is, okay, the first line is full stop. The second line, choral speaking. Choral speaking. So first activity, second activity, public speaking. Okay, third activity, spelling bee. Ataupun the fourth activity, poem recital. So okay, your friends Abu just he just listed down all the activities provided, or the competition will be held on that day. Ada 4 pertandingan yang akan diadakan pada hari tersebut. Dia just senaraikan saja, very simple message. This is a very short message. Terus tanya soalan, yang mana satu patut saya sertai? Which competition should I join? Okay, they mean I really need your advice. Okay, macam tu kan. So guys, so based on the context, memang korang agaknya, maybe some of you tak pernah tahu pun. Saya tak pernah tahu pun pasal hari English ni, tak nak tahulah apa benda kan. Tapi for me, okay, based on these 4 activities, okay, I think choral speaking is most common one. Adalah ada satu pertandingan yang very antara yang paling popular lah kan. Walaupun korang tak pernah nampak kat sekolah, you just maybe watch once, okay, maybe pernah tengok dalam TV or anything lah, pernah you heard before, maybe during your primary school ketika sekolah rendah, choral speaking. Students, okay, my point here, I'm talking a very long blah 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 blah, okay. Actually, I would like to support your mental and your preparation. Do not panic. Kalau tak tahu satu langsung kat sini, you don't know what to explain, you don't have to really know in detail what is that all about. Kamu tak tahu benda secara detail pun apa tu corner speaking, public speaking, no. Okay, actually, you are just providing suggestion and give reason. Okay, Okay, saya macam ni lah Okay. Korang boleh kata, join lah corner speaking. Kau kan suka menyanyi. You are really like singing. You have talent. Then I think you join several times during primary school. Okay. Ataupun you are one of the you join the corner speaking club. Our school corner speaking club. Sertai kelab corner speaking. Tapi sebenarnya you tak tahu apa corner speaking itu. Contoh, you not really detail, but you just kind of got a simple picture about that. That's it. Talent, experience, win competition ke, ataupun maybe kalau tak win pun pernah ada experience join competition ke, ataupun love ke, ada friends yang dalam corner speaking club ke, macam tu. In fact, saya takkan guna corner speaking. Saya boleh tukar jawapan tu dekat poem recital, tapi still ada talent, ada kawan, ada experience. You can see? I hope you get the picture. Okay, kita boleh bagi apa sahaja alasan pada mana-mana pilihan, tapi alasan yang sama. We can provide that almost similar reason. Rational reason. Nampak tak? Okay, I would like to enhance and highlight to all of you. Okay, sebab itu maksudnya keluarlah soalan apa pun, you already have your own answer actually. Okay, that's why later we will see the guideline. Kita akan nampak guideline dia. Ada contoh. Kalau keluar soalan jenis ni, apa contoh-contoh alasan yang rational, yang logik, yang relevant. We will see that later. Okay? Okay. So continue to the question. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay guys, let's see the answer. Okay, I think you should go for public speaking competition. So this answer suggests public speaking. Everybody from our primary school knows that you are a confident speaker. Wow. Pandai dikaitkan dengan past experience. Dulu kat sekolah rendah semua orang tahu kau pandai cakap, kau pandai gembang. Bahasa kasar. Okay guys, you see? Okay. Saya boleh tukar, let's say lah saya kata kat sini spelling bee. I think you should go for spelling bee competition. Everybody from our primary school knows that you are a very good in spelling bee competition. Contoh, kamu sangat bagus. You're very good at spelling bee competition that held in our school long time ago. Macam tu boleh juga. Kamu boleh ambil ayat yang lebih kurang sama. Kaitkan, tukar kepada spelling bee. Tapi kena pandai adjust lah. Maksudnya, the thing that I will like to share here, boleh copy paste, adjust kat sini. Okay, continue. Remember, okay. Actually sekarang kita dah pergi kepada the second. Okay, the third tips. Okay, ni tips yang ketiga. Relate past experience that is relevant to the task. Okay, kita dah pergi sini ya. Okay. So everybody from our primary school knows that you are a confident speaker. So dia kaitkan dengan pengalaman lepas. Sebab apa kat sini ada primary school? Because currently you are form 3. You are in secondary school or elementary school. Primary school rendah kan? Okay. So remember the day when you joined the competition in our school? Nampak tak past tense kat sini? ED. So maksudnya benda dah lepas. Dia dah pernah sertai competition dah. Nampak tak? Simple je. Nak kaitkan. Nak bagi confident. Kan tak ada pengalaman join competition. Macam tu kita cakap kat dia kan. Okay. You have the ability to answer the impromptu question in orderly manner. Impromptu question maksud soalan yang spontan impromptu question ni soalan yang spontan So in an orderly manner maksudnya dalam keadaan yang tersusun. Okay, kamu boleh jawab, okay, kamu boleh speak dalam keadaan yang tersusun, tak akan teratur, tak gopoh, tak panik. Itu maksudnya orderly manner. Okay, manner ni manner ni adab. Maksudnya bukanlah adab bercakap, tapi maksudnya dia tak kabut lah, umpamanya tak panik kan. Okay, orderly ni tersusun. Okay, so I'm sure you are going to succeed this time. So dia bagi confident lah sih. So I'm sure, so I am sure ni you are going to succeed this time. So I think saya rasa ayat I am sure you are going to succeed this time ni adalah dia dah mula masuk dekat ni tau, hope. Dah mula masuk kat hope. Saya rasa awak boleh berjaya kali ni. Okay, so kat sini adalah hope. So kita bagi harapan kat ni sebenarnya boleh berjaya. Okay, I know you are not a big fan of literature. Saya tahu awak bukan minat sastra. So saya is not your cup of tea. Saya rasa ini satu sentence yang menarik lah. Biasanya saya nampak ayat macam ni kat tengah-tengah, tapi dia buat kat hujung. Okay, students, for information nanti some of you know, some of you not aware. Biasanya untuk membuat jawapan menerangkan, biasanya dia akan berbuat perbandingan dengan aktiviti lain. Kau patut pilih ni, kau tak patut pilih ni, sebab kalau kau pilih ni kau akan jadi macam ni. Biasanya that kind of expression will be put in the middle. Okay, they are making comparison. Tapi but this one dia buat kat ujung. I don't think there is a wrong there. Saya tak rasa ada masalah. So in fact ini adalah salah satu kreativiti menulis. Sebab apa tahu? Kamu tahu sini dia, kan kat sini dia kata letak brief hope, harapan pada pandangan awak. So kamu letak pandangan kamu. Saya tahu kamu bukannya peminat sastra pun. Jadi saya rasa sastra ni bukan makanan kamu. It's not your food. Jangan salah faham. Kan kalau kita dalam borak kan, benda ni kacang aja, mudah aja ni. Ni makanan dia ni. Ini maksud ayat ni. So recital is not your cup of tea. Ini adalah idiom tau. Your cup of tea ni jangan salah faham. Macam tak ada kaitan membaca kalau sajak kita mendeklamasi. So recital ni adalah mendeklamasi. So recital power mendeklamasi sajak. It's not your cup of tea. Maksudnya your cup of tea ni idiom maksudnya semudah meminum teh. Senang je minum teh kan. Minum teh kan tak pun nak kunyah-kunyah, tak pun nak apalah, I don't know lah. Okay, this is ini adalah orang putih punya idiom proverb. Okay. So bagi saya kalau kamu boleh tak idiom macam ni memang menarik lah. So student, you may copy ayat ni. You may copy the sentence. Korang boleh ambil sebiji ni. It's not your cup of tea. So kamu boleh ambil it's not your cup of tea ni. Dalam soalan lain, kamu buat comparison. Kamu kata, I think kamu jangan pilih yang ni sebab ini bukan bidang kamu. So ini maksudnya recital is not cup of tea. Ini bukan bidang kamu. Okay? Maksud kamu akan hadapi kesukaran lah kalau kamu buat benda ni. Okay. So saya puas hati. I'm really satisfied with this model answer. Ialah benda ni pun yang prepare soalan dan jawapan ni pun is something maybe a very good English teacher. Okay, they know how to prepare you guys. A very good answer, very simple, very compact. Then I don't see any too much explanation in detail, tak terlalu banyak explanation yang merapu-rapu. Okay, so jangan terlalu fikir, jangan terlalu detail, very simple here. Okay, so confident. So I don't want to waste our time anymore because the time is really compact. We got only 10 minutes, so let's go to the. See, unluckily today also we haven't got a chance to do together. We just pick. Okay, I plan to pick a question and we type and we do it together. Okay, saya plan nak buat macam tu. But since we already discussed the detail about this sample question, so I need to show and share with you the guideline. The guideline is much important. Okay, this one. Okay, guys, this is not from me. Credit to the teacher who uploaded in the blog. Okay. PT3 writing tips. Okay. So we have, okay, so there are almost 50 something, 50 plus students here. Okay, for those students who still not record your attendance, please do so right now, because we are going, soon we are going to end the class. So for those students who not still not yet, siapa yang belum tulis lagi rekod kehadiran, please do it right now, please do so. So okay, let's continue everyone. Okay, part 1. Okay, is there any part 2? Let me see first. Oh, okay, maybe this part 1 in this refer to the our first section. In paper 2, we got part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is SCM, short communicative message. Part 2 is essay, an open essay. So this part 1 is refer to our SCM. Okay, so this tips only for part 1. So this page, and this page, and also this page, everything related to part 1 only. So I can see here A, we got A, and later here we got B. B, yeah? Okay, B. Okay, so there are two notes here. Ada dua nota kat sini, nota A dan nota B. Okay, so saya kena clarify dulu. Saya kena supaya kamu sedar apa yang kamu nampak, apa yang kamu ada ni. Okay, so there are 3 pages. So nota A 2 pages, okay, until number 27. Okay, okay. So nota only 1 page. So I think nota B, this page is much important compared to the A1. Apa, kita tengok dulu. Okay, we having a review first. What is this actually about? Okay, students, part 1. To write a message / untuk menulis sebuah message, a postcard, an email. So basically ada berapa ni? Message 1, postcard 2, email 3. Basically we have 3 types answer. Kita ada 3 ni. Kalau kamu nampak lepas ni short note ke, consider is as a message lah. So bentuk jawapan dia macam message juga. Short note ke, I think usually they use note and message. Yeah, okay. So to a friend, kepada kawan, a relative, saudara, cousin, okay, mother, a father, or maybe uncle, or maybe distant, tak kisahlah apa siapa pun. That's it. So WH question technique. Wow. Okay, what is this? Okay, present tense active voice. Okay, just ignore this. Okay, I don't want to talk much about this. Saya nak cakap benda pun. Okay, but we have WH question technique here. So wait, I'm having distraction here. Okay guys, I'm sorry for the delay. Biasalah anak nangis, okay? My second child, okay? My son. Okay, I afraid his crying will be distract our class. So I'm pausing the class just now. Okay, so let's continue. Cerah. Okay. Jom kita sambung. Okay guys, let's continue. So WH question technique, what and why? Apa dan mengapa? Idea and reasons. Okay, students, if anyone here already got these notes, I am sorry because I'm stating to you, but I just suppose that many students here are not having this yet. Ramai yang tak ada benda lagi. Jadi saya harap boleh membantu. Okay, I hope this will help much. Okay, maybe some of you already got this kind of notes. Okay, like maybe similar. Okay, I hope this one will be a kind of revision for you guys. Okay, just take it positive. Okay, jom. So A. Okay, this is A. B will be for the techniques how to construct your answer. So A is about what? To give a suggestion and advice, an idea, an opinion, a recommendation, a view. What? Okay, what? So this is okay. You can see here what and why, idea and reasons. One idea plus 3 reasons. Okay, so I can see. So why means reasons. Means you have to present 3 reasons. Kamu kena letak 3 reasons sekurang-kurangnya. Baru tahu rupanya itulah teknik dia, tips dia. Okay, maybe some of you already knew about this. Maybe your teacher already highlight this. Karena bagi sekurang-kurangnya 3 alasan, 3 rational and relevant reasons. Okay, at least 3. So A is about what? Apa dia ni? What ni? Apa idea dia? Okay, so to give a suggestion, kamu nak bagi cadangan ke, nasihat ke? Just now we talk about soalan tadi, our question just now, our sample question and answer. Abu is seeking our advice. So dia minta advice, nasihat. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Okay. Just now we saw that there are 27 number. Ada 27 nombor. So banyaknya apa benda semuanya. Okay, let's see. To give a suggestion or to give an advice about a place to visit during the school holiday. A place to visit lah kau. Okay. To give a suggestion about a course to okay. Then I'm going to give advice about a place to choose. Okay. Okay. I think this is not really important. We cannot just skip like that. Students, maybe number 27 is you have to be aware there are 27 type of question. Ada 27 jenis soalan yang boleh dikeluarkan supaya kamu kena tahu. Soalan boleh tanya kamu pasal tempat nak melawat, cuti sekolah. Okay, the question may ask you about apa latihan ataupun kelas yang boleh disertai waktu cuti sekolah. So this will be expose you what type of question. Because last week I have done some. Kita dah tengok beberapa bentuk soalan kan, birthday party lah. What else? I forgot already. Okay, nak bagi hadiah lah, gift. Okay, then okay, ada pasal pet, ada pasal part-time job, extracurricular activity, hobby, English competition. Just now we are talking about the same thing. You see? Okay. Then improve writing skill. Wow. Writing shop, attend tuition class, homestay, chalet resort. Then number 10, restaurant. Then number 11, holiday destination. Lebih kurang macam tadi tu. Number 1. Okay. Then okay, birthday celebration, suitable place.